All right. Real quick, again, you can come see us at the booth if you want to know more information, but we provide consignment pre-owned inventory for your repair shop. So you only pay us for the phone after you've sold it. Without going too far into certified sell specifically, I can talk a lot about our company and where we've been and what we've done, but I'm here to have a conversation about you guys. What's the definition of profit? How do you calculate profit? Anybody?
Selling minus cost. Selling price minus cost price.
Yeah, correct. Revenue minus cost.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty simple calculation. But requires two things. Requires you to acquire something to sell, and then requires you to sell it. And so I want to talk a lot about opportunity cost and the opportunity of either distributing your, the eggs in one basket type scenario. You don't want to have only phone flipper. You don't want to buy only from wholesalers. You don't want to have only certified sell inventory. You need to diversify what you have available for your customer. You want to diversify what you have available in the toolbox for your business, because that's what this whole event is about, is stocking your toolbox as a business owner, right? How do you make money? You make money by, again, buying something for cheaper and selling it for more expensive. It's pretty straightforward. And we're talking a lot about selling devices, but how do you do that profitably? Well, what else do you sell with a device? Yeah, accessories, cases, charging cables, screen protectors, insurance. There's a lot of vendors out there today that'll tell you that they're the best and why you should offer their accessories and why you should offer their insurance, and they're great. Everyone here is awesome. But in order to sell the accessory, you need to sell the phone. And if you're going to flip a phone, if you're going to buy a phone off of someone, so someone walks in your door and wants to, and they've got an iPhone 10, and you want to buy that phone from them, you have to have something to give them. So you have to carry inventory. And in order to do that profitably, I think Tony talked a lot about this, the volume. Don't get attached to that phone. I need to make $200 off this phone. You sure can, but you don't need to make $200 off the phone. What kind of margin do you have in a screen protector? Right. It's awesome. The margin is phenomenal on a screen protector. The margin is phenomenal on most of your accessories. The margin is phenomenal recurring revenue on, things like insurance or things like service plans. I don't know how many people do service plans, not for everyone. And there's a lot of what you're going to hear today that's not for everyone, and that's okay. A lot of what we tell our retailers is we don't know your customer. Right? Tony talked a lot about you get to choose the inventory that comes to you. Have an opinion. Know what you're bringing into your shop. Know your customer. Ask your customer. You're not going to know unless you ask them. You're not going to know if they want to buy a phone unless you ask them. I was a VP of sales for a bunch of Sprint preferred retailers. And so we had a ton of salespeople, and we sold phones and accessories. The phones we made literally nothing on. And the accessories and the service plan was what the company made money on. And total equipment protection, the insurance and screen protectors, that was a huge focus for us. And we were one of the top dealers in terms of attach rate. And how do you think we got to be a top dealer in attach rate? It was something I talked about earlier. Consistency and expectations. As a business owner, and this is your life. You put blood, sweat, and tears into growing your stores. You might have one store, you might have 500 stores, but to you as a business owner, if you have 500 or you have one, do you think it matters the difference? You're going to wake up every single day and you're going to think about that business, whether you have one store or 500. You might have different problems, might have different scale, but at the end of the day, your family relies on your 1 or 500 stores. You wake up every morning thinking about your business. That's consistency. Now, how you execute some of the tools that you have at your disposal, that remains to be said. You keep yourself accountable, keep yourself consistent. That's something you can control. But with your staff, how many of you have a script that your staff uses when they answer the phone? Show of hands. Okay, so everyone that didn't put their hand up, you are relying on your hourly employee to choose what they're saying to that customer. Do they care about your business as much as you do? Usually not. Why don't you have a script? Anybody? Is it uncomfortable? Absolutely. Is it hard to keep them accountable? Is it hard to have the conversation with them that says, you didn't execute on this script? We need to talk about it. How many people role play in your stores? Okay, what are you role playing? Are you role playing sales conversations? But they don't have a script to go off of so that you know they're following your plan. So is that role play winging it each time? So again, my conversation about selling devices profitably, I mean, we can talk about cost of inputs and cost of outputs and who's going to buy what. My market can, my market can support this price or it can't, or we can use financing to, there's a lot of tools. But tools are only as good as your ability to execute with them. If you have a hammer and a spaghetti noodle, the hammer is no good. Right? You have to execute with them properly. And you're being introduced to people who can provide you the tools, but everyone sitting here today has got to have the consistency and the execution and the desire to grow their business and utilize those tools in the right way. I can teach anyone how to sell phones, and I can give you a bunch of inventory. But if you're going to walk out of here, I can send you with 20 phones, but if you're not going to teach your staff how to sell them, in 3 months I'm going to call you and say, ship my phones back. And you've made nothing. Whereas some of my other people, they're selling hundreds of phones a month. It's because they keep their people accountable. They have a script every time they answer the phone. Every single person that walks in their door knows they sell phones, knows they sell accessories, knows they have screen protection options, knows that they can protect them with insurance. Every single person that walks in that door is an opportunity to service their needs. And I love some of the conversation that happened earlier about don't sell out of your own pocket. It is one of the hardest things to do is to assume, because you wouldn't buy this or buy that, make the assumption that your customer won't buy it. Not up to you. I'm going to offer them all of the solutions that I have for them, for their needs, because I took time, customer service, Josh talked about it. If I don't know what their needs are, I can't solve them. I can't provide solutions. I'm not here to hard sell you anything. If I find out you've got 3 kids and the phone that you need to buy is for a 10-year-old, I know you need a case. I know you're going to want insurance. And I can easily have that conversation with you about selling all of these high margin things because I got to know you as a customer. You walked in my door, you trust me, I had a conversation with you, I got to know you, I understood your needs, profit comes. You have to have the tools. You have to have the ability to execute, which I feel like everyone in this room can, but can your employees? And do they do it with the consistency that you do when you're not there? Or are they watching YouTube? Customer walks in the door, oh shit. I gotta go talk to this guy. What do you want? Okay. Have a good day. Actually, they might not even say that. Bye. I just fixed your phone. Hey, sir, do you have any screen protectors? Oh yeah, we got some of those. They might be over there. I don't know, bottom shelf or something. They don't give a shit. You have to hold them accountable. You got to role play. You got to get comfortable with them to utilize the tools that you bring into their disposal. And only then Are you going to sell phones profitably? I don't care where you get them, who you get them from, what the grades are, or any of that other shit. If you don't teach your staff, you don't execute, you're never going to make profit on phones. And now Brandon French will tell you about how you can finance them.
Cool, so 1 hour, they saved me 7 minutes. So. Y'all come see me downstairs. I've talked to, seems like about everybody, maybe a few, see y'all and hear a lot. I'll also come meet downstairs. So real quick, PayVantage, we're a financing company, but I didn't start as a financing company, okay? So these guys taught 3 different ways how to source inventory. Inventory is very important, how you get it, what you pay for it, how it ends up in your store, that all affects your bottom line. Talk about profitability, what you're bringing home, it depends on how you get the stuff. Benefits to each one, they already hit that. So you've got the inventory, now what, right? This is when the sales process comes into play. Real quick, I gotta tell you my background, you know, and some stuff Tony was saying, it reminded me of kind of where we started, and Ahmed too can tell you this. But, you know, I had wireless stores, independent stores, we did repairs, we did prepaid, but we sold a lot of phones. We sold a lot of phones, that was our thing. High volume, low margin, and Ahmed remembers, y'all remember back when blue phones were hot? Remember? Like, dude, I sold blue phones, I made 50 or 30 bucks a pop, and then I sold them about 100, okay? And that's one way to make money. You can do it that way and be profitable. If that's your style, it works, it's good, right? But there's also headaches, right? More customer service to deal with.
He was #1 store in the nation for almost a year. And said,
Yeah, a long time ago. But you know, it brings a different set of headaches, right? You know, where do I get cases for this blue phone? Man, that's what we always ran into. You know, just different things, right? Different problems. We got really good at financing phones because we saw the benefit of being able to sell half as many phones and honestly make double the margin sometimes, okay? Because it gives buying power to your customers. You're selling them exactly what they want versus what you've got. Now, again, there's benefits to both sides, but you can give the customer exactly what they want if they have the right buying power. So, increased buying power for the customer. Again, I'm not saying anything PayVantage specifically, but this is the benefit of financing. You can turn an $80 repair budget into a $1,400 sale. So I talked about this yesterday. You guys are all repair focused usually. You know, if a customer comes in and they've got a budget of a repair, your actual repair is a $400 Samsung repair, they might not be able to afford that, right? What's their other options? What's another way you can solve their problem? The problem isn't, I need this phone fixed. The problem is, I need a working phone, right? So this gives you another opportunity to solve the problem. Buying power turns that $80, right? That's how much they have today. They can buy a $1,400 phone, just an example, just a scenario. Maximize growth profit potential. So this goes back to, you know, the opposite of kind of how I started. Higher tickets usually equals higher margin. If you sell a $1,000 phone, you make more than when you sell a $200 phone. Usually, right? I'm sure there's exceptions, but that's how I do it. And then again, benefit of financing in your repair shop, you get to double dip, right? So we're talking about phone flipping, incorporating that into repairing. You take the phone in on trade, they're broken the screen, and you give them 50 bucks for it. You know how to fix it, you flip it out, and then you sell it for, you know, whatever, big margin to the next guy that comes in with financing. So double dip opportunity for financing. PayVantage perks. Okay, so this is where we come in with the specific benefits. Our financing option, guaranteed approval with anyone with direct deposit payroll, okay? Or direct deposit payroll. What this does is gives you that qualifying event. With other subprime financing options, the only way to figure out if the customer's approved is just to have them apply. With us, you get that qualifier, right? I gave the example yesterday. Everybody working down in Chick-fil-A, they're all approved for my system. So anybody that wants to go sell to those guys, if you're in Atlanta, you should go ahead. I'll give them money. I'll give them $1,400 or $1,000 or whatever to spend in your store, and they'll pay 50 or 60 bucks today. So you should hit them up. Improve marketing efficiency. So this is a kind of a sub caveat of that. Same deal. That's marketing. You can go to Chick-fil-A. We have a campaign that we promote best practices with our dealers. We call it the What's for Lunch campaign. So what's for lunch? Every day you're going out to lunch, or your employees, your repair tech, salespeople that go to lunch, I always challenge them to bring some flyers, right? Where are you going to go to lunch? Subway? You're going to go to KFC? Whatever? Hand out some flyers while you're there. Make sure everybody in that building knows that they are approved for financing at our store. And you would be surprised how many times that works, because there's never a guarantee. 90 days, same as cash for us. So again, this is subprime credit. We are willing to give your customers 90 days, no interest, right? Same as cash, 3 months. They don't get that anywhere else. That's a PayVantage exclusive. The other guys charge a little fee. And then upgrade options available. So we've got some beta testing right now where you can actually upgrade your customer after maybe about halfway through the contract. Allow you to sell to the same customer maybe 2 or 3 times a year, whereas typically you're selling them just once. We'll talk about that. And the thing, never miss another sale, right? With that minimum qualifying event, you have a low bar, you know exactly what you can sell to everyone. Never miss another sale, and you can sell them exactly what they want, right? Think back to me the old days. People came in for iPhones, I sell them blue phones, right? We're good salespeople. We can do that. We can sell them what they really don't want. But if you have buying power for the customer, you sell them exactly what they want. You want to sell iPhone 13 Pro Max in your screen or in your store? If you can find them, you can sell them. I'll give your customer the money to buy that phone in your store. You want to sell, up your average ticket from $300, $400 to from those 8 pluses and XRs you're selling. If you want to sell a big ticket, I will give the customers money to spend in your store so you can sell the ticket items. It's a lot easier, a lot more fun. People are really happy when they get the phone they want. They got the latest and greatest. I don't care what kind of car they drove up in, what kind of shoes they got on. They can have the latest and greatest phone through PayVantage at your store, and I can move out of it.
Real quick, my customer can afford $300, but they want an $800 phone. Can I do that?
Absolutely. Yeah, if they want to pay extra, so what that is, it's like when you go to the car dealership and you pay money down to lower the payment.
Some of the other ones have like 10% over the top of their approved amount.
We do that, yeah. It's kind of, those are kind of like the secret menu items at Burger King or whatever. We'll do that. We don't advertise it, but we give everybody a 10%. Yeah.
Maybe you're not selling blue phones anymore?
You can still sell blue phones, but they're harder. You know what I'm talking about. I sold a bunch of blue phones.
What they can finance? What's the question?
Right now we're doing mobile devices, so mobile iPhones, Samsungs, we want the flagship stuff, right? We don't do blue phones just because it's a customer service. For us, it is.
So any iPhone,
Samsung, we tablets, LG, and then we're getting into laptops as well.
Okay, that's good.
yes. What do you tell people that say, I want to sell something to a customer because there's financing, payments, and all this stuff?
Well, I'm not going to look at the guy that had this conversation. But, oh, he's hiding his face. We had this same conversation just the other day.
Well, I mean, okay, everybody's walking and they want to walk out with it.
I didn't even call you. You're good.
I'm not attacking you, but
we had a good conversation. We had a real good conversation.
So.
Yeah. So he was saying, hey, listen, I don't like the extra fees and the charges for my customers. And I said, well, the alternative is your customer just doesn't get the phone in.
Like 90 days, same as cash.
It is 90 days, same as cash.
Do you know the phones right now, they make money from phones, they make their PowerPoints, their presentation, their social media. You're giving them a lifestyle.
You don't want to fight me on this one, I'll tell you how.
Yeah, don't fight him on this one.
Not what he's thinking.
He's good, he's good. But like, that is a good valid point. We do have rebuttals for that. This gives the customer a path to ownership that no one else can give. So if that's what they really want, I think he's actually.
So you say you're going to go into laptops, same program,
Yeah,
same philosophy though.
I will say too, our partner doors, the ones that use PayVantage, do 4 times more sales on average than ones that don't. That's just average data from partners of ours. 4 times more phones.
I'll give a quick story. One day I was in a store, customer walks in with a bad repair back when Mega, if you guys remember the Mega phone, the big phone, had issues. A customer walks in with an issue with his phone. I was in the back room, heard my employee yelling at the customer, we can't fix your phone. MJ, my brother, told me, go out. So I walk out of the door with financing, and I turned into a repair that was about $40 with a pissed off customer to a $4,200 sale. I sold him 4 megas at $1,000 each. That
Was he approved for what? How much?
well, him and his wife got approved about $2,000 each.
And you paid for that?
He's talking about.
It was back dinosaur ages.
Another.
Back in your days. So it really does add about 40 to 50% of your margin. There's stories where people don't want to offer finance due to special reasons. I can answer that. 90 days same as cash. If you don't want to deal with the interest for any religion reasons or whatnot, because there is people that don't offer that. So tell your customer, 90 days same as cash. In my stores, believe it or not, we leave it as last resort. So a customer would walk in, he is the solution for the sale that you're about to lose. When a customer is about to walk out, and that could go for you, New York guy. When a customer walk in for 3 minutes, I'll buy them. Tell them, walk out of here with $1,500 right now. So imagine they're walking in there worried about $1 for a city bus, and they're coming out of your store thinking about $1,500 that they have on a debit card in your store that they're gonna have to come back for tomorrow. So leave them with a hook, technically. It does work, believe it or not, it really does, from experience. Any questions? Or me, anybody?
Question on as far as the take advantage. Typical, how much time does it take to do financing in the store? I assume it's done on a web application or?
We have web applications. Yeah, so there's options. Web applications, QR codes.
So 2 questions. One is how long does the typical process take to get the information in? And obviously the customer's got to have all the credentials, right? Bank account information stuff. And then 2, once the customer kind of clicks the, submits all the information, how long does it take to get the approval from you guys?
It depends, right? When you very first start, it takes longer, right? There's a learning curve. The customer application is 16 questions. It's like name, address, phone number, where do you work, stuff like that. But the big deal with us, right? So we're guarantee approval with direct deposit. There's one extra step than the other guys. We link the bank, right? So it's the same technology as Venmo. When you make your Venmo account, you find your bank, you log in with your stuff. Our program goes in and scrapes those direct deposits, so it's payrolls or whenever they get money, and that's how we underwrite and come up with an approval. So it could take a little bit, but that's pretty quick. You know your bank login.
And so once you get the information, what is your turnaround time back to the store?
Is it instant?
Yeah.
It's instant?
30 seconds. It's pretty quick. Yeah, we got some payment.
How long it takes? About 30 minutes.
30 minutes paid from beginning to end.
Yeah, from beginning to end, but the approvals is.
We signed up with K-Bandit 2 weeks ago, and our stores are at 36 applications so far. And it was.
That way, yeah.
I trained that first store, and we did the first sale with these guys, the first sale during training. And we did it in probably 2 minutes, in the middle of training the people.
We were training him on Zoom, showing him how to use the software, and he was like, hold on, I got a customer. And Caleb was like, it's your advantage, tell him, and we sold a contract while on the training call with it. So that was their very first deal.
Yeah, Ibrahim, I love that guy. 4th Avenue store, love him.
Yeah, he's a finance deal. It's it's buying power for the customer, right? It's such a more pleasant
I wonder what he
experience.
said, 100,000 a month? That's a million, 1.1 million extra.
How much it was last month? 130?
Yeah,
130 last month.
Guys, this is, I mean, given the power.
One more note on selling boxes profitably, right? Because that's the lecture title.
That's just
Profitability, our average contract amount is about $800. That's just across the board, across the country. I don't know what the margins are specifically for every dealer because you make your own margins, but I've talked to people, they tell me it's about $200, $300 every phone. So, we're getting into the territory of the big box retailers, right? How much do they make on AT&T and Verizon and mobile cell phone? We're crowding those guys, so you can make big box money.
Nice question.
Thank you.
So I'm actually.
He grilled me yesterday, by the way. We had a good.
I'm interested now. I
enjoyed it.
So the customer gets approved right in the store. We get paid right away. Is that what happens?
Next day, ACH.
And then what happens if they quit their job at month 2 or month 4? It's on your hands. I guess.
And the customer, that's his problem.
Yeah, so we work with them. I mean, we're always, half of the business is collections for me, right? Because I'm always working with these guys, trying to figure out how to get the money back. But if there's a hardship, they lose their job, kid gets sick, whatever, the easiest thing to do for our program is we can stop at any time. They send the device back to me, I pay for the shipping label, and all debt is my mom. So they send me back the device.
Here's a question.
Another thing to add is, we've been using Play Band.
Oh, okay. Testimonial.
Give it a box.
Tell them.
Advantage for like I said, with all our stores, we also pay our employees incentives. So every time the employees sell a phone, so that makes it, that helps them to do more sales. So with the pandemic and all that other stuff, people don't really have the funds to cash out on $1,000 phone. So we can pay $50-$60 for a phone, it's always a win-win. So.
Oh, we did one more thing. We did $10 per. We started doing that with PayVantage. $10 for $500 applications and $20 for over $1,000 approval. And my employees are like,
And now all of a sudden,
guaranteed today. They're paying their lunch every single day.
yeah, and you become a preferred employer, right? People want to come work for
It's
you.
bonus money. It's
As
extra
hard as
money
it
you
is to
never
find people, they want to work for you because they can make more money selling your product.
In my retail days, I used to sell more, I mean, I don't want to say more, but at least 20% of my sales was just outside. Talking to people, you need a phone, you need a phone, you need a phone. I drive people, and it worked.
I can do it real.
You mean the guy in the raincoat? Like, hey guys.
No, I didn't. You need a phone, you need a phone. It worked.
Look at the people that's not guaranteed. That's an extra bonus.
Anybody have any questions?
Okay, let's take it.
Say, customer buys a phone, say a week later, something wrong with the phone. How do you handle the returns?
Sure. So we back your warranty, your guarantee, so whatever your policy is, 7 days, 90 days, whatever it is, because obviously customer service is important to both of us, it's a mutual customer. So if you want to back your side, great, we'll handle that, but once you hit your limit, it's our baby, right? So we take care of it from then on. If they need a new phone, if they want to cancel, if it needs repaired, it's all on us. So you're not obligated to do it.
So if the customer return the product, they'll take it back to the customer. How does it?
Just whatever your policy is, right? Everyone's different. The guarantee, the warranty, however you have it set up, I back you. Right? If you got a lifetime warranty, well, great, that's good for you. If you have a 7 day or 2 day or no returns, no nothing, then we back that too. But it's in our best, both of our best interest to treat the customer good.
Do you provide financing for services for repairs, for example?
We're not doing services right now, just because we're set up for subprime customers. So it's people with not good credit, maybe thin file credit, and so we have to have an item. So again, it goes back to that. If it's a repair, like a double dip, right? Take their phone in, trade toward one of your devices, finance that, and then you fix the phone itself the next day. That's the best thing. Yes.
Speaking of warranties, what are your guys' recommendations for like a good warranty in the store? Like 1 year?
I have an aggressive one.
Very aggressive one. So our store warranty is 7 days, exchange only, no refund. Phone must be, or accessories, no refund on accessories. Phone must be in an original condition. If you want to give the right answer to why you don't refund or exchange accessories, tell them, no, you got your germs on it. I can't take it back. So that's the best excuse, it's COVID or whatever, so I can't take accessories back. Phones, we have a 7-day warranty. I usually give them the car example. If you have a flat tire, you're not going to drive on it for 7 days. So if the phone has issues, you're not going to use it for 7 days. So something must happen to the phone within those 7 days, and obviously all of us are smart here. We can see, the phone did not fall off, did not wake up and it's cracked on a nightstand, like everybody said. We still get those, believe it or not. Yeah, I woke up and it's like this.
I woke up and it was like that.
It smells like shit and.
Looks like you got run over by a truck.
Yeah, we still got those.
Did a software update.
Based on retail experience. Any other questions?
But you give us 90 days on the product.
I do. Well, that's a benefit for you. At the end of the day, we do test our product. We do intensive testing. We test via phone check, and we do test manually because phone check usually tells you that the earpiece is working and it's we test it manually to confirm that it's low or not. So that goes independent. So we give you, and then you gotta understand the day you get the phone, you're not gonna sell it within a week or two or something. So you get 90 days. And I mean, I'm a co-owner in the company, so I'll, if something past 90 days and you're a good client, I'm gonna look the other way and take the phone back. So common sense here. I want your business. We've been in the industry for 14 years, so I think we're doing something good to be in this industry for that long. And I own retail stores, so I really do understand your pain. I'm not a wholesaler here trying to get your money. I understand we came with solutions to solve my own problems first, and then implement them on everybody else. And everybody that dealt with me understands that, I give advices while you're buying. So while you're paying for consultation, I give that for free too. Jeff knows that.
One last question.
You got a good score, 1.5 billion last year. Yeah, and how about that?
This question's about pay manage, but for Tony, weirdly enough. Have you seen higher approval rates than the companies you and I have been using in the past?
With other companies, actually the approval rate is down. With other companies, PayVantage does have a higher approval due to the fact that they guarantee every customer with a checking account. If you remember PayJoy, do you remember it? So they're kind of like in between PayJoy and Progressive or SmartPay or other companies. So they're kind of like the best fit. You guys download an app on the phone, right? So it locks if you're, so it's kind of like Rent-A-Center, I think. So I think they kind of took the best out of both worlds and put it in between. So they're the best option. And honestly, they have a really high approval. I mean, I'm seeing the emails. Abraham is doing like 3 or 4 a day right now, and the guy's hungry. Yeah, man, the guy. Well, he's my nephew, so it's in the blood.
I'd also just like to say that I wouldn't be where I am without the help of this guy.
I appreciate it. Absolutely. Yeah, Jeff started out of one small store. A couple of years ago, we spoke about 4 years ago, and I've seen him grow, and I think last year he hit 1.5 million out of one location.
Is this the franchise?
No, he has his own. I'll give a reason why he does those numbers out of one location, and maybe this is to the guys that own one location. His store does look like a corporate, and he's the guy that runs in a scooter when he did his commercial, so he does spend a lot of money. How many employees do you have?
I have 12 now.
12 in one location. So that requires a lot of management, it requires a lot of inventory, and believe it or not, he takes a lot of goddamn vacations.
So just want to know, now we have 12, and what's the secret that you're taking care of? What's the secret to keep that employees?
To keep them
Yes.
employees? I pour a lot into the employees. I build them up every chance that I get. I treat them like equals. I value their opinions. We work as a team together. And,
it's a bond.
Right, and I offer them profit sharing. I offer them bonuses, commission, everything I can basically to make them feel a part of the team. And they take care of the store when I'm not there. That's how I can take all these vacations and stuff like that.
His purchases sometimes he puts me through with his employees to buy phones directly from me. I mean, under his supervision, but he gives them decisions to make and trust it.
Right now I don't even have to go in. I just do it because I want to see them and encourage them and things like that.
You can really see it based on his dinners. He takes them out a lot and
Right.
put together a lot. So,
That's the most important thing you have in your business.
it's like that.
Congratulations, that's awesome, that's good story.
Okay, any more questions? Maybe to end it? Got some of the stuff on the floor. Thank you, everybody. This is awesome. This store